So you're thinking of buying a new smartphone in India this year, and you're looking in that super competitive, under 15,000 rupee price range. Man, it is an absolute minefield out there. You pick a phone, and just a month later, that buyer's regret starts to creep in. Well, today, we're going to make this whole process simple and find the perfect phone, not just any phone, but the phone that's perfect for you in 2026.
Look, it is so easy to feel completely overwhelmed. I mean, the market is just flooded with options, and every single brand is shouting that they're the best. So you pick one, and then a month down the line, you realize the battery dies way too fast, or gaming feels super sluggish. Trust me, it's a really common problem.
But here's the secret, okay? There is no single best phone. So the whole goal of this explainer is to shift your focus a little bit. Instead of asking, what's the best phone out there, we're going to answer the much more important question, which is, what's the best phone for my specific needs?
So here's how we're going to do that. We've broken this all down into 4 key types of users. We're going to start with the power players. That's for all you gamers. Then we'll hit the battery champs for anyone who needs that all-day endurance. After that, we'll check out the best options for content creators and camera lovers. And finally, we'll talk about reliability for the practical, long-term user. By the end of this, I promise, you will know exactly which phone is your perfect match.
Okay, first up, let's talk to those of you who live for high frame rates and seriously smooth gameplay. If performance is your #1 non-negotiable priority, then this section is absolutely for you.
Now we've got to talk about the engine that's inside these phones, right? You've basically got 2 main approaches. On one side, you have chipsets like the MediaTek Dimensity 7400 Ultra. Think of this like a sports car engine. It is built for pure, raw speed, and it's perfect for high-end gaming. On the other side, you've got something like the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3. This is more like a reliable daily driver car. It's balanced, it's efficient, and it's great for all your everyday tasks. Your choice really depends on what you're going to be doing the most.
And listen, if gaming is your focus, the choice is crystal clear. It's the realme P40X 5G. It's literally built around that powerhouse Dimensity 7400 Ultra chip. But it's not just about the processor. You also get a super fluid 144Hz display, the ability to actually hit 90 frames per second in demanding games, and get this, it's built tough, with military standard drop resistance. That means it can survive some pretty serious bumps and drops.
So, as Pratap Solution puts it, this isn't just a phone that can game, it's a device that was specifically engineered for hardcore gamers who are on a budget. And that right there, that's the key difference. But what if you're not a hardcore gamer? What if your biggest enemy is that dreaded low battery warning that pops up at like 3 p.m.? If you're a heavy user who just needs a phone that absolutely will not quit on you, let's talk about the battery champs.
Just take a look at that number. 7,000 milliamps. That is a massive battery capacity, and it's what top contenders like the Moto G57 Power and even the realme P4X are packing inside. This isn't just a small step up. This is a huge leap in endurance. So what does 7,000 milliamp hours actually mean for you in the real world? It means you can forget your charger. It means you can go an entire weekend, 2 full days of normal use without desperately scrambling to find a power outlet. It's basically freedom from battery anxiety. And really, that's the bottom line. As 91 Mobiles points out, with the Moto G57 Power, these devices are made for people who put battery life above absolutely everything else. If that sounds like you, well, your search might just be over.
All right, so we've covered raw power and we've covered endurance. Now let's switch gears and focus on the experience. For those of you who love watching movies on your phone, and for those who love creating your own content with its camera.
If you are a binge watcher, the Poco M8 5G is your golden ticket. It has an AMOLED display, which means you get those deep, inky blacks and incredibly vibrant colors. HDR10 Plus support makes shows on platforms like Netflix look absolutely incredible. And that 3200 nits of peak brightness, well, that just means you can comfortably watch your show even when you're sitting in direct sunlight.
But what if you're the one making the content? Then you need to look at the Motorola Moto G86 Power. Sure, it has a high-quality 50-megapixel Sony sensor, but the real key feature here is OIS, or optical image stabilization. This physically studies the lens, which gives you smooth, non-shaky 4K video. It even has a 32-megapixel selfie camera that shoots in 4K, which is a really rare find at this price point.
Okay, now for a totally different kind of user. This isn't about the flashiest features. No, this is for the practical person who buys a phone and just wants it to last, to be reliable and secure for years to come.
To really understand this, we have to talk about something called software support.
This is basically the promise a company makes to keep your phone updated. The OS upgrades give you new features, so your phone doesn't feel old after a year. And the security updates, well, they protect you from digital threats. It is absolutely crucial for a phone's longevity.
And this is where one phone completely changes the game. 6 years. 6 years of both OS upgrades and security updates. I mean, that is almost unheard of in the budget world, where you're honestly lucky to get 2 or maybe 3 years of support. So the big takeaway here is that the Samsung Galaxy F75G isn't just a phone, it's an investment. It's a promise of a stable, secure, and modern experience all the way to 2032. For anyone out there who hates changing their phone often, this is, without a single doubt, the smartest choice you can make.
Okay, we've looked at all the specialists, the gamer, the battery champ, the creator, and the long-term investor. So now let's bring it all together and help you find your perfect match.
All right, here it is, the final breakdown. It's pretty simple. If you live for gaming, the raw power of the Realme P4X is your best bet, period. If you just want a battery that goes on for days and days, the Moto G Power Series is completely unmatched. For the best movie-watching experience, the Poco M8's beautiful AMOLED display is king. If you need a great camera and a solid balance of all features, the Moto G86 Power is the all-arounder to beat. And finally, if you want a phone you can buy today and not have to worry about for years, the Samsung F70 is the clear winner for longevity.
So now, I'm going to turn the question back to you. Just pause and think for a second. What is your #1 priority? Is it that raw performance you need for gaming? Is it the best possible camera for your photos and videos? Is it a battery that will never ever let you down? Or is it the peace of mind that comes with long-term reliability?
Because ultimately, that is the key takeaway from all of this. The right phone isn't about marketing buzz or whatever's trending on social media. It's about honestly looking at your own needs and picking the one device that is perfectly built to serve them. Choose based on your usage, not the hype, and I promise you, you won't go wrong.